I have this theory that actually music will predict your future. For example, if you're gay, your algorithm knows way before you. I feel like all Geminis love to talk about the fact that we're a Gemini. Now, like when I need to write a song in like that kind of breakup space or like a fuck you to your ex, it's so hilarious the ways I can make fun of this guy. It's amazing.
It's content.
A lot of girls messaged me and they were like, I've been looking for music like this, which is being made by a brown girl, and like because I just want to feel seen. Who has fun with sex and not just thinks of it as like some kind of like fucking chore or whatever.
Let a woman live, bro.
Ritika, go back home. Oh my god. This is so wrong of me. I'll be like, you know what? Once I leave the guy and I'll relate to this. Oh yeah. So let me save it.
And I'm too radical for India.
That's Besharam.
Hi guys, I'm Srishti.
Hi, I'm Dhritika.
I'm Zia.
Hi, I'm Ranj.
And we are Besharam. Yay. Hello, Ranj.
Hi.
Is that what you would like us to call you, Ranj?
Yes, that's perfect.
And I just want everyone else on this podcast, like whoever is listening, I want them to go and listen to it. So can you please help them navigate how to look you up?
Sure. I guess you spell my name R-A-N-J everywhere that you listen to music. I make hip hop and R&B, and I'm Tamil, so you know most of the music is in English, but there's a lot of Tamil music as well. And
That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
yeah, go and
Wow.
enjoy. Yeah.
And what do you do? Like,
I sing, I songwrite, I rap. Yeah, everything that has to do with being an artist, I do. That's it.
amazing.
Lovely.
And Ranj has like amazing style. Like she
For
walked in,
sure.
she
For
walked
sure.
in and we were like, that's a fit.
I'm always so like excited whenever there's like a female guest on the show.
Yes,
Because
yes.
I'm like, I need that.
Yeah.
She
I
went
need
to
it.
the washroom and Ritika and I was like, she's so hot.
Oh, that is
Instantly.
so sweet. And also the
so
compliments
hot.
mean way more coming from hot girls.
Right?
As everybody knows, that's who I dress for.
Exactly.
Right. I also saw like when I was looking you up, I saw that you write for other women.
Mhm.
And I was just thinking about this, like how important it is for women to be writing for women, because we've seen time and time again, you know, I think of like comparing an Addison Rae to a Katy Perry. Like you can tell Addison Rae writes her own music
Yeah.
and she writes it from a woman's perspective. And Katy Perry, although like big ups to like her career and all of that, you can see that there is a disconnect.
Yeah.
And when I heard your work, I was just like,
That's
she's
a-
writing for me, actually.
Yeah.
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 I think that's very interesting that you brought the two of them up.
Yeah.
Because it's a little blurred the lines in terms of like which songs they actually fully wrote themselves and which
Correct.
they didn't. You would be surprised listening to Katy Perry's older songs. A lot
Yeah.
of them are written by her. And actually I think, as far as I know, she comes from a very like, I think Christian background. So for her, going away from that was like a huge thing. So it's very interesting. I think with my music, I write every single word that's on it, and like for me,
Wow.
it's very important that you know it's fully my story.
Yeah.
And I think that you feel that way because I intend it to be like that. Like for me, it's like a part of the core message, the core brand.
Yep.
When I actually sat down, I'm like, okay, who is Ranj and who do I want to be? Because I write like all kinds of shit. I write pop. I write like anything to a brief, like ads or whatever. But when it comes to music that I put out under my own name, it's like, what do I want it to say? And this is the only thing that I care about. Like honestly, like stories of women, and also like the female experience, and also like being Tamil and kind of like coming from the background that I come from, like a very strict orthodox, again, like Tamil background. It's like these are the stories that I think that's the only way that people are going to be like, okay, that's real. And so that's why I can feel that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But
I
did
think
you-
I make it a part to make it a part of my brand.
Of course.
Make
but
it a point to make it a part of my brand. So yeah.
Yeah. That's all right. We goof up all the time.
yeah.
Good.
I was asking
Boobit?
you. No,
We
that's
don't
okay.
need to
No, I'm
goof it.
kidding.
That's
I'm
okay.
kidding.
That's okay.
Do you want to take it again?
No, it's cool. I'm good at that.
Yeah.
I was asking, did you always intend to have your music this way, or did you just come to you naturally, or
Oh,
was it like a
took
fully
me
planned?
a while. No,
Oh.
it took me a while to figure out what I wanted to say. I think when I first started making music, it was just fun. I'm like, oh, I love like actually we were making music to just not think too much and kind of like not be too technical with it and just kind of like have fun. What are we liking when it comes to like fun music, and that was just
Yeah.
kind of what I was making. But as time went on, I think the music got a lot more deeper within myself.
Correct.
And that's a very cool evolution, and it's actually cool to sit and document and write about that for yourself so that you know that okay, this is what's happening, and like so my music is growing up as
Yeah.
I am.
And I think when you write certain things in like a very specific time period, it takes you back to that when you were
Yes.
yourself writing those things, and you're like, fuck, I was going through that shit, or like
Yeah.
I was such a different person when I was writing those lyrics compared to now. And that, I think, even with me listening to music, when I listen to like a very specific song, has a very like memory attached to it. I'm like, wait, that took me back, and how?
Yeah.
And I think that's even more personal because you write them yourself. So that's
Does that
really
change
interesting.
actually? Like
That's actually so interesting what you said about time, because I have I have this theory that actually music will predict your future. Actually, you know what they say about algorithms, and they say like, for example, if you're gay, your algorithm knows way before you, and you're just like, why am I being suggested this for a while, and then you're like, oh shit. And I feel like music has been that for me. Like I wrote this like fantastic breakup song called Mutual, and I was with a guy then, and then I continued to date him for another 4 months. Like the worst relationship of my life.
Ooh.
And I was like, why didn't I listen to my own song at least when I made it?
Yeah.
Because
Do you remember what the song said and how it like related to your situation? Later
Yeah.
on?
So at that time, the lyrics were about, you know, how I can very clearly see that we both actually are not into this relationship, and we should just call it quits because we are clearly not into it. But then for me, like that was my first relationship also, and I'm like the older daughter, so I hate losing. I just don't like to
Give up so easily.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just don't like to be like, oh, I failed. And I wish that I
Srishti
didn't
and you
care
relate
about
on
yeah,
that.
I can relate because somewhere along the line, I have the same thought process in my mind, which is like, it means that breaking up with this man does not mean I'm taking a stand for myself, but it means that I gave up too easily.
I wasn't
succeed.
No, I didn't fight enough. If I would have fought enough, I would have actually won.
And you know what it is? Also, this was not a successful relationship.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm
Yes,
like, why do I think that? Oh my god.
It's successful that you got out of it. Thank God you gave it
Exactly.
4 months and not 8 years
Yeah.
and not the
Yeah.
rest of your life.
And also, you're being a loser by being with a loser. I should
I
have that should have been the
agree.
thought process. honestly.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think listening to me, like sometimes I'll listen to a song and then this is so wrong of me. I'll be like, you know what? Once I leave the guy and I'll relate to this. So let me save it.
Yeah.
And then I'll listen
love
to it
that.
again.
I love that. This reminds me
Yeah.
of like the people who are in the car and they're like with their boyfriend, and then they play like these like R&B like breakup songs where like, oh, you're not shit. I never liked. I mean, what to say? You never deserve me, and like I'm so glad. Like I'm gonna replace you so soon, and it's just a vibe. Like
I remember I was in a very healthy relationship back then. Later on, it turned out to be the most toxic relationship ever. But at that time, it was one of the healthiest relationships that I was a part of. And Olivia Rodrigo had just dropped her album. And then I
Driver's license? That one?
no, SAR.
Huh, that's driver's license wala. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I just called my boyfriend up and I was like, listen, I need to break up with you for like 3 hours so that I can have fun listening to this entire album. And then he was like, no shit, I'm
That's
not doing
crazy.
that.
So you know where the toxicity came from.
that's a big commitment to music, though.
I
On the bright
know.
side of
I
that.
agree. Yeah.
So when I am listening to music, right, I heard 8 ounces of pussy juice, by the way.
Yeah.
It changed my life.
Yes.
Really, for real, I
love that.
genuinely.
She does not say that lightly.
For real, like, I genuinely am, like, very new to the kind of music that you make. And this song was something which was, like, a good gateway for me to get into this zone because I've realized that I can enjoy something like this.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard Sanjana and I, we both really like this artist called Shreya Kaul.
Oh, I love her. She's epic.
Yeah,
One of the
so-
few diaspora artists who I really
Yeah,
enjoy.
so her song "Old Dude"
Mhm.
is what Sanjana recommended to. Oh my god, Sanjana would have loved to speak to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She would have.
She's a
So-
bit busy right now, but like she would have loved to be on
Yeah.
this.
I would have
So
loved to meet
she
her as well.
recommended this song of Shreya called "Old Dude," and I heard it and I was like, wait.
Yeah.
And that was the exact feeling I got listening to your music, which is when I realized that you can tell so much about a person by just listening to their art or just like experiencing their art.
Correct.
So are you like something how you are as a person and that's what you pour entirely in your art, or is there like a different side to you and a different artistic side to you which only comes through your songs?
It used to be like, initially it used to be like an escape for me, where I'm kind of introverted, and I also like to keep my circle really small, and only they know that I'm like actually like pretty funny and pretty like horny and whatever, all the real, all the real emotions that people have. And I don't like to share it with the world. So the music was initially an outlet for me to be like, okay, yeah, like I say all the shit to my girlfriends, and I guess now the whole world can be my
A part of it,
girlfriend.
yeah.
So yeah,
I'm
that's
so glad you
that
found
was the
that
idea.
outlet. You know,
yeah,
and you're
exactly.
doing
I
well.
needed it, and it
Yeah.
very much saved me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's amazing. I think Loki, like that's what our outlet also is like this. It doesn't like we talk like this at home. Like whenever we meet and we hang out, this is the stuff we talk about.
Yeah.
And especially for like Srishti and even Dhritika, they were not very keen on like, you have to be on camera now. Now 2 years down, they're like naturals, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's
And
amazing.
I
Do you guys ever like, something you start talking about something, you're like, wait, no, save it for the podcast.
Yes, that happens. Yes, same
all
with
the
all
time.
fun.
That
That
happens
is-
all the time.
If
Ooh,
we
or
had-
something happens and you guys look at each other like, oh, we're gonna talk about this on the podcast. I love
Only
that.
women get that look,
love that.
Only
Yeah.
women get that.
No, actually, my producer, like, he's like my best friend. We always have that look. Like, whenever
Yeah.
something happens, like, oh, we will talk about this. in the
Oh,
session
we
later.
get eyes
Yeah.
from right there
Yeah.
most
Yeah.
of the time.
I love
When we
that.
know like a guest is not
Yeah.
on the same page or something or that sort, or we are fucking up, then we just get a look from there. Like Maitri is like,
And then we're like, collect, circle back.
Barring
Stick to the point.
barring our editors, I think this is also pretty like women-led situation.
Yeah.
The four of us are girls, and then Maitri
Our
is this
producer.
beautiful lady
Yes,
who
head
helps
bitch in
like
charge.
yeah. And
Yeah.
all of the creative bit is all women, and I think
Yeah.
that's why like it reflects in our audience as well.
Yeah.
A lot of them are young women.
Mhm.
And they
Yeah.
like message us and they're like, Didi, we love you and all of this. You made our day. And it's, bro, like making an impact on women's life, especially young women. Like top 10, like, the pyramid of the Maslow's needs. Top, on the top, bro. I need that. I need that. It makes you feel so creatively fulfilled.
Even if it's just one person, right? It doesn't have to be like 10, 20, 50. Even if it's just one person, you're just like,
Yeah.
That's so
yeah.
sweet.
I
Yeah.
think even you have found your target audience like
Mhm.
quite
Yeah.
nicely in a way.
I mean, you were talking about 8 ounce of pussy juice. So
Yeah.
that was a song like where a lot of girls messaged me and they were like, I've been looking for music like this, which is being made by a brown girl, and like because I just want to feel seen for being like sexy and being horny and being like somebody who demands things in the bedroom or whatever the hell, and who has
Yeah.
fun with sex
Yeah.
and not just
Exactly.
thinks of it as like some kind of like fucking chore or whatever.
and it's
Yeah.
so
So-
new, like
Yeah.
for the Indian scene especially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't
Absolutely.
seen this.
I
in
still get a
another
lot
India
of like
artist.
Randy or whatever the fuck in the comments. It doesn't bother me at all.
I'm
You
so
are
glad.
allowed to
Yeah,
hate my
I'm so glad.
music. You can do whatever you want with it. I know that, like you said, that it's reaching a few people who are like having fun with it.
Yeah.
So it's-
Yeah,
it also
exactly.
reminds me of this one other artist. I will not name them,
Mhm.
but they had this imagery in one of their music videos where they were in a bathtub and they were pleasing themselves. And then there was another podcast of all men
Ah.
who, and then there was another
Fully-
male artist on it,
Yeah.
and they were just like fully shaming
Shit.
this woman.
Yeah, shitting on
Wonderful.
it.
And I mean, I think you might know what I'm talking about. When no, you don't.
As in the particular
the-
incident?
No,
Yeah.
not the incident. The video, the
No,
music
I
video.
actually don't know.
That's all right. That's all right. We'll talk later. But yeah, I think that was pretty jarring to see. Now
Yeah.
also people think this way? I mean,
The
are we
issue,
not all?
the issue with the entire point for me was that if you're hating on the song, then it's okay. Then it's completely fine. Like
Just
you
the
have,
song, the art.
yeah, you have the
Constructive
freedom to do
criticism.
that.
Yeah.
But if you're putting up an image and then hating on the image first and then hating the song, it's just like let a woman live, bro.
Yeah, I think it's gonna take some time. I just think more women like us, even like ones who people are finding annoying, are finding too sexual, who are finding whatever, we just need to exist more though. Like,
Yes.
because there's
Yes.
been a lot of them for a very long time, so it's very easy to, even if it's very easy to not have a balanced take on it. So
Yeah.
we just need to exist more and more, and for people to be like even in that be whatever, like whoever, some page reposted the song and like people were commenting, like some people were like Randy or whatever, and then some dude was like, oh my god, is this what all women rap about, like how they want to fuck or some shit like that. But there was like replies to that very comments like, hey, like guys do that all the time, bro, like, come on.
Exactly.
And I'm like, hey,
Exactly.
nobody needed to step in, like the audience knows. So we are already existing in like a pretty, like, what to say, at least my music definitely exists in a very I guess advantaged space. It's already a very
Yes.
privileged space.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
not like
Correct.
so it's gonna happen, it's gonna spread out.
It's
is
also
my
like,
belief.
I'm so happy that you are, as an artist, you're talking on a platform about the privilege that you have, because many a times, many people, many women especially, they get told that they're too radical.
Yeah.
And I saw this take somewhere on the on like my feed the other day, and this woman, she was not, I think she was Caucasian, I'm not sure, but she was like, who else was too radical? The woman that the women that fought for the right to vote for women,
Yeah.
they were too radical. The women who fought to have a bank account were too radical. So why wouldn't I be radical?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm too radical for India.
Yeah.
So that's just like it, and
Yeah.
that's okay. So that's my job. That's why I'm here. So it's cool.
See, the
Amazing.
same kind of people that are like hating on songs like 8 ounces of pussy juice are the same kind of people who, guys mainly,
Of
who would have like a full-blown sex playlist with Kanye's songs all over them. So that's the thing, no, they wouldn't have an issue if a guy is doing it, and they would have an issue if a girl is doing it. That's all they have an issue with.
I'm
I
just hoping it's just an issue for now. People are going to see each other do it, and people are going to do it more, and it's going to be.
I hope so.
gonna be
I
fun.
even I remember having this conversation with one of my female friends, and we run in circles where there is one friend of ours, mutual friend. We don't really talk to her much, but she's somebody that likes to go out with guys. It's somebody that gets a lot of guys. Maybe would have is promiscuous, for lack of a better word, and she likes that lifestyle, and she's not harming anybody. And my friend was like, and then she called her a name, and then I was like, listen, men do this all the time and they're praised for it. Why are we talking like this to this woman?
Yeah.
Why are we speaking of her like that? And then sometimes you have to talk about these things to your girlfriends, and then it opens your mind for sure.
Yeah.
So I think that's like great work that
Yeah.
you can do through your art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you
Amazing.
have
Music is
like
the
your girls with you? Like, do you have a tight girl group along your side?
Yeah, I have these best friends who are like from my school time. So I guess I've known them for now for like 14 years.
Oh,
and they are like my
lovely.
only friends. I was like,
Yay, we know each other since we were 14.
that's so cute.
Yeah.
And we are like each other's only friends.
Yeah. It's like them and then people I become best friends with because I, saw them every day, and also like through music. It's like but them, it's like we're not even related in terms of what we do. Like not a single other person is even in any sort of creative job. So that's amazing. Like
Oh,
that's so
absolutely.
nice to
Yeah.
have a space where it's like it's really only friendship.
Exactly.
That's
Even-
really, you only literally know each
Yeah,
other because
so-
you like each other, and that's
Exactly.
it.
Even with the four of us, outside of the podcast, all of us do our own
Yeah.
stuff, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
our conversations are very rarely about the pod, and it's just about us outside of the pod.
Yeah.
And then those conversations, just some one story will be like it's sometimes like an eye opener. Sometimes it's a lesson for you. Sometimes it's just you know more about the person, and I feel it's so important for
Yeah.
especially women to have such women specifically
Yeah.
to have in your life, because
Yeah.
then how the fuck do you navigate through certain situations that you can't talk to men about, right?
Mostly with us, it's intervention.
Oh, yeah.
And then,
Yeah, absolutely. I was told by my friends to break up with that guy like maybe 6 times.
Uh-huh.
And
7th time you
just
did it.
Need to learn. Yeah.
Yes.
You
That's
just
true.
need to listen, you know, sometimes.
You need to come
you've done
upon
it, right?
on your own.
Yeah.
For the first couple of times, you need to figure it out. on your
Yeah.
own. Sorry, what did you?
You've
ask?
done it, right?
What?
After
Yeah,
listening
I
to it.
I did. Yeah, best decision of my life. It's been, I think, 4 years or maybe 5. And like even now, like when I need to write a song, like that's like, you know, in like that kind of breakup space or like a fuck you to your ex, kind
Yeah.
of like that, there's just endless material. So for that, I'm so
It's a good
thankful.
memory to tap into,
so
right?
true.
It's so like sometimes my best friends are like, hey, why are you still you know, writing about this? And I was just like, because it's a gold mine.
Yeah.
It's so hilarious to think the ways I can make fun of this guy. It's amazing.
content.
Yeah, exactly.
So
It's content.
true. And like sometimes they will talk about something and then I would have such a rage for a person that has hurt them that I think then I've talked about this, like the one of us had somebody at work who they had a beef with and I talk about that person from work. I never met this person,
Yeah.
but let me tell you, they've been mentioned on the pod.
Yeah.
And I do not like them.
Yeah.
Do not. Yeah.
I get it.
There's this thing that I say, if my friend is started to date somebody, I will always tell them, listen, you better treat her right because you might not be at her wedding, but I will
might.
be.
Aw,
Okay.
That's so sweet.
I'm so glad you thought it was sweet.
That's
and
just so
I said
cute.
that for her, okay? And then 3 of my other friends sent it to me saying, hey, did you say this? Are you talking about blank, like their boyfriend? Because you said this to him also. I said,
Yeah.
it's
That's
all
me.
of them.
It's
It's all of them.
All of
Yeah,
them.
another one of my friends, like, I got sent that video a lot. I'd be like, is this about me?
Nice.
It's about all of you guys.
And mind you, this was one of the very major reasons that he wanted to break up with me.
Really?
Yeah, like your friends are not
Wow.
very supportive of me.
Then why was he texting me when y'all were fighting?
That's a sign. And
Instant-
also, it's like if you've known your friends since you were 14, that's a non-negotiable.
Of
It's
course, I'm
like-
not giving up on my friends. So you're
Right.
Yeah.
That's a question.
If he says that, like, then try being accepted by them.
Exactly.
Like, what are you doing?
I want.
If I
Pick
conclude that
up-
my partner doesn't like my friends, goodbye. No
I-
second thought.
You should try harder.
exactly.
Yeah.
If my friends can like someone like me, I think you would be fine.
Dude, I was once like.
No. Of course they like you.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, he should like you like even more than they like you. And that's a really hard thing to do.
Yes.
That's the
Yeah.
standard.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I was once talking, like, basically on the verge of like getting rid of somebody, and I was at Srishti's house, and this person was like, "Why are you being so sweet to me? Are you putting on an act because Srishti is there?" I said, "Broski, who do you think you are? I put up an act in front of her, in front of all people, and not in front of you. Like, do you think I'm an idiot?" Wow, that like baffled me, huh? That
Maybe they were just
baffled
very
me.
surprised that you actually like them.
That
Literally our
that
thought.
anyone actually likes them.
Literally
Oh.
our thoughts.
They're gone. They're
Exactly.
gone. They're gone. No. Yeah. Anyway, it's just a cleanse, you know. This is my outlet. Anyway, I think another thing that I really wanted to touch on with you was like now, like algorithms play such a big role with music, you know, and we see like a lot of Western artists, they pick up like sound bites that they know they have to put into the album, into one of the singles maybe, so that it catches on with the reels. Do you think that has helped, or do you think that has worsened the process for you, the
Yeah.
imagery, or maybe even the words that you use?
I think that it kind of came with sort of the democratization of the entire process of being an artist. Like before, it used to be like, you know, very gate kept, and also, you know, you had to have like a very high level of talent. There was rigorous training. Now it's very democratized, as in if you have an idea, that's enough. If you are able to communicate the idea, that's enough. So it comes with it. I took a very long time to jump on the train of like understanding, okay, I mean, even just like, okay, one thing I definitely feel is that you shouldn't be making music that just has these moments. Is that you make the music and then you're like, oh wait, this is a cool moment. So that's actually another creative aspect of
Yeah.
like once you've made the music, like, you know, you're listening for it and you're listening as a listener, and you're like, okay, what would I, what is this making me feel, and what do I want to do to it? Do I want to is it a song that makes you feel good? Then it's like maybe it's a song that you can use when people look good. So that's the kind of like thing process I think that should, how much it should affect the music making. But yeah, apart from that, it's been a tough way to like pivot into like, okay, marketing it really heavily, and because there's like too many voices and you need to be heard. But I'm slowly starting to have fun with it. Like it took a really long time.
How did you like rewire that side of you? Like, it can't just be a soundbite and then I work off of that. It has to be something that's authentic to me, and then maybe there'll be a nice soundbite that people can use for a transition.
Yeah.
I think for most Indian artists, the authentic bit is already done. They know how to do it. Most people only struggle with like, how do I like communicate that? And honestly, for me, it's just like shout out to my peers. Like for example, like I have a friend, Marianne, she was doing content for a really long time, and I never thought that that's something I could ever do, but I know that like I love when she does it. I'm like, oh, she's like so good at that, and like her personality is amazing. But then after a while, I just started, not just her, but like whoever I'm seeing, all these little artists who are like up and coming, who I know about because my algorithm only feeds me like amazing music and artists. So then I just started copying them. But I'm like, okay, but I'm using my music. How would I like, change it up? So I'm like literally faking it till I make it. That's the vibe. But I'm having a lot of fun doing it. So shout out to people who made me believe that it's possible. So.
When I went across your Instagram, all I could see was like, oh my gosh, she's such a lovely person. Like you could just tell that there was a positive, lively, relatable side to you. Like if I had to think of your music, your face is exactly something what I would picture.
Oh, absolutely.
So
yes.
nice to hear.
Absolutely.
And it's taken a while of putting my face out there for people to be able to tell that.
Yeah.
So,
To connect the
that's really
dots.
cool.
Yeah.
That's like hearing that, hey, what you're doing is good, like it's working. So that's nice. Yeah.
When you said that you also listen to your music as a listener, do you think the biasness affects your judgment a little bit? Because
100%.
then how do you navigate through that?
I mean, you just don't. Like, for me, it's like so many times I'm like, oh, this is so sick. People are gonna fucking love this exact thing that I've done in the music.
Yeah.
Like 90% of the time, people do not care. But when it does click, it's great. And you just keep learning as you go. But yeah, that bias totally exists. Like in terms of making music, I used to be super technical with it. I used to love like overloading the music with like a lot of like instrumentation and ad libs. And now I'm like, okay, it's a learning process. Now I just tone it down. Like me and my producer, we go through it like completely together. We are like this. So it's like, first it's like very hard to hear, like, hey, maybe you don't need like 5 ad libs here. Maybe actually you don't even need one. And I'm like, first I'm like, excuse me, are you trying to say that I can't sing?
Are you saying I'm not Playboy Carti?
Exactly. But then later I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe this music is just, enough. That's the thing. It actually is a belief, also like a belief in like, okay, actually what I'm doing is good enough. That is what, translates the most.
Many a
I
times,
think.
like when you look at something that you've made, I've noticed this too with myself. And if I want to perfect it, it's not always about what I can add to it. It's also what I can take off from it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Is that that's something that you've also seen with your work?
Yeah, 100%. Josh from the F16s, like one of my favorite bands in the country, he always says that like, like the song is done when there's nothing else you can take out. You're like, okay, everything that's there, like it has to be there and I can't remove it.
Yeah.
So that's a great way to think of things.
That's a good tight
Nice.
set.
Yeah, definitely.
That is.
That is so like clean to hear about. Like
Definitely.
I never thought, of course, I've never thought of music technically because I'm just like a casual listener. But I like when like people are nerds about things.
Yeah.
That's
I really love
literally
that.
all I do.
So do you like look at a screen and like make music like yourself? Like,
No, I don't produce. I only I write and arrange and compose. But I'm very much like a backseat producer in the sense of like once I've written the song, I'm like, hey, it would be nice if we have this over here, that over here. Can you make a part like this? That's all I do. So yeah, shout out to my producer Clifford. He is awesome.
Oh,
He
yeah.
is.
you used to be a duo.
We are a duo.
Oh, okay.
Like we are a duo in the sense of like we collaborate almost always. So it's kind of like Ray and Mike Sabbath. That's the kind of like relationship.
Get it.
So it's like we are fully each other's sound. But sometimes we work with others as well.
Of course.
That's helps.
So it's like you're individually exploring your space as well.
Exactly, yeah.
I love that.
Hmm.
And does your producer also have like an influence on your upcoming album?
I mean, he has executive produced the whole thing, and he's like on like maybe 10 songs. And yeah, without him, it would not exist. Like he needed
Yeah.
to, make sure that everything sounds cohesive,
Yeah.
and yeah.
I also
so
want
he's,
to
like,
know
the big
more
brain.
about it actually because
Mhm.
We are excited to
Yeah,
hear
yeah,
more
absolutely,
about it.
absolutely.
You are? That's
Yes.
Nice.
Wait, how many tracks are we looking
Yeah.
at?
So there's 27 tracks.
Oh, wow.
And
That's a
the
lot
name of the
music.
album
I
is
just decided to
27.
take a shit on the world.
I love
It's a
it.
music dump.
I love
Ah,
it.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice,
it's
nice.
Amazing. I mean, I had so much fun doing it. So, interestingly, Feb of last year, so we had so me and my producer, we had like a bunch of music, like everything goes in like these other different like buckets. There's like there's like a bunch of R&B music. We were making gospel music at a time. There was like there was like so many different things. There was like indie pop, whatever, and I'm like, we can do this project and this project, and then like his laptop just crashed and we lost most of it.
What?
Oh shit.
Yeah. The thing is, for me, it's easy because I don't lose anything because, I've just written it and
Yeah.
I can remember the melodies and I can always re-record it. But for him, you can't recreate.
Yep.
It's almost impossible if you've
That's
also
heartbreaking,
lost. It
though.
was horrible.
Oh,
so
no.
actually, so our label, Azadi Records, they did like this writing camp in Feb. And we went into it like depressed as fuck because we were like, we don't have any music now. What are we going to release this year? Everyone's going to forget us and whatever. But the camp was amazing. I mean, first of all, Azadi's roster is super fresh and they're all super chill guys. And it's like nice to work with them. And kind of like, maybe I wrote like, I think 4 or 5 songs in the camp. It was like a 3-4 day camp. And yeah, and I also somehow walked out with this idea that I'm gonna do this mixtape with 27 tracks on it, and it's gonna release when I'm 27. I don't know when, but it's going to release. And then it wasn't like a grind, like a non-stop grind of like, okay, I have to finish this. That probably was only the past 2 months, but it was like the whole year kind of led up to it. Like every single was like nicely thought out. Building like this very strong character who had like this very defined core message. So all of that is like stuff I worked on this year of like, who am I, what am I trying to say, and what's gonna be the music that defines like the next 2 years of my life. So that's what this mixtape is.
Oh my
And
God.
yeah, it's very cool because I tried everything that I think I would ever try. I don't know if that makes sense.
I
But
love
it does
that
make
for
sense.
you.
It does make
I
sense.
love that for you.
But wait, so when I listen to it, 3 days from now, right?
Yes.
3 days from now, so 3 days from when we are filming this. So do you want to tell them the date? When
It's
coming
out on the 27th of Feb.
On the 27th of Feb. So by the time you're listening to this, it's
It's
already, out.
out.
So when I do listen to it, what should I be expecting? Or should I just go into it completely blind? Do you think?
Anything is fine. See, if you've heard my old music, you kind of know a little bit about who I am, and it's a lot more of that. So that's very important to me that people who listen to the music really know who I am. Like like I said, it's kind of like everyone becomes my girlfriend. Like so if you listen to the mixtape, you kind of know like how I feel about my dad, how I feel about like bodily autonomy, like just like random shit that I have opinions on, and you might share that opinion, or you might learn about that opinion. So that's kind of the goal. So yeah, that's
Is
it.
this-
Go into it blind, and it's just
Yeah.
like a woman like talking about her
Heart to
shit.
heart.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
Is this like a birthday gift to yourself? Like
It's
27?
I've been 27 for a while. My
When
birthday
is your birthday?
May,
Yeah.
May 28th. So I'm
Okay.
going to be 28.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Sweet.
But then you achieved your goal though. It's coming out when you're 27.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
I very much did.
Yeah. Wait, so
And-
what does that make you? Oh, sorry. I'm
as
sorry.
in-
Did I cut
it's okay.
you off?
No, it's fine. I'm a Gemini.
You're a
Gemini.
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 I've had a couple of songs mention that before. I feel like all Geminis love to talk about the fact that we're a Gemini. and-
Yeah.
I've heard like
I
bad
don't
things
get
about it though. Like they're two-faced and they're indecisive. That's
I
what
am
I've
very
heard.
indecisive. I don't know if that's necessarily always a bad thing. It's a part of my personality.
I've never met
though,
a
for
Gemini,
sure.
so I genuinely have nothing to go off
That's
of.
crazy.
You
Yeah.
shared
How
a
have
birth
you
date
never?
with my ex.
Oh, that's crazy. I don't know what dating a Gemini is like. Dating me is pretty hard.
Uh-huh.
Not in like the way of like I'm an asshole, but
Yeah,
like, I'm
you've
a
got
little-
needs?
yeah.
Babe, everyone has needs.
I know, but it's like I kind of like swing back and forth between
Yeah,
what I feel about things. Like you said.
indecisive.
Yeah, but not like. But I'm old now. Like I'm like kind of mature. So
But you also
it's-
know what you want.
exactly. I do know what I want.
It's
It's
not
just
enough
that
to like tell them in the beginning, say, listen, I am indecisive. You want, you stay. You want, you
Yeah.
go.
But now I know that like anybody who I even look at twice at this point is like somebody who understands me very well.
Oh, yeah.
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 The standard is very high.
You were
now.
saying
As
something.
it should be.
Yeah, exactly.
As it should be.
Yeah, I was saying that Geminis, the Geminis is just like extremes. Like
Yeah.
extreme.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, it's either like, oh, I'm so bored, like I'm so dead, I don't have any social battery. And then
Yep.
on the flip side, it's like, oh, today I'm gonna fuck everyone up. I have the social capacity
That
of
is
like
so me.
an entire village.
Yeah?
Yeah, and so many artists who are Geminis are like the same. Like I feel myself in their music so much.
Mhm.
I think Doja is a Gemini. I think so,
Ooh.
and I
don't
think Kanye is. Not like I
Kanye
relate
is.
to everything he says, but his music makes me feel amazing.
True,
Like his
yes.
music is very honest and like very clever and sometimes very funny, sometimes very bad. But
I
yeah.
also like saw this. Somebody did this stand-up bit that I came across, and it made sense to me in the moment. And this person was like, "Oh, he was on stage and he was telling the audience about how his friend texted him saying, "Oh, did you see that Kanye said something along the lines of he hates Jews?" And then he was like, "Oh, where did he say it?" And said Twitter. And then the guy's like, "Oh, I actually follow him on Spotify." Why would you follow like one of the best artists that we have in the world right now on a platform where they are not making music?
But I mean, I don't think it's so easily compartmentalizable. Also,
True, you can't.
it bleeds
yeah.
in quite a bit. But I think it's okay. I mean, for people to fuck up, but then actually really be remorseful and own up to it. I hope Kanye does that, and I think the thing is, I don't know. A lot of his music has I think opened up doors for quite a few people in certain spaces. And I don't agree with like how misogynistic his music sounds.
Absolutely.
My way of dealing with that, or like not just him, but any male artist who does that, is like I kind of do the same. But I kind of make sure that it's funny, and I make sure that it's like
Tasteful.
yeah, it's tastefully done. Because if you're leaving like a bunch of people feeling like, you know, very offended and like, you know, you were insensitive to them, you just didn't do it well enough. Like
Yeah.
that's like my belief. So,
Oh, yeah.
So, but I don't think you're someone who separates the art from the artist.
yeah, you can't. I don't think that I can. Yeah, correct.
Because I think your art is so personal to you,
Personal,
right?
yeah.
Like, and art and politics are so intertwined.
Yeah.
It is.
You really can't, like, there are certain artists that I don't listen to because I don't align with their political views. But with Kanye West, it's like, oh my God, I grew up with this stuff. And I really do not agree with some of the versions
Yeah.
of himself that he has. But with Kanye, like, I make an exception. Like, I'm not proud of it, but I do it, you know? And I don't agree with what he says, but I like his music.
It's
So
almost
I really,
a guilty pleasure.
and I just, then there is this moral dilemma. Okay, oh, am I spineless? You know?
Exactly.
What do you think?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like it also matters how much influence and impact like him as a person is having in your life. And for a lot of people, that's very high, and they have to really reassess and reflect and look at it. And for a lot of people, it's very low. Like, you know, the people who can be like, oh, it's just his music that I care about. So then, like, you know, maybe don't support him that much, but okay, listen to the music that you used to love. So,
Yeah, that's me. I think I can very easily separate an artist from his art. Even like with a lot of Bollywood people and a lot of
Yeah.
singers and everything. I know that they might be horrible person at the end of the day, but if they're coming up with an act, if they're coming up on stage to perform and they've worked really hard on it, and it is actually something that I have enjoyed watching for 2.5 hours, that means that they put their heart and soul out there. At the end of the day, it's just hard work done by any individual.
Nah, I know.
I mean, I don't think so. I just feel like you can still call it out. You can still be like, okay, this was fucked up.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
this was
yeah,
fucked
yeah.
up. Yeah.
But
I don't think I can.
I can separate it.
I don't think I can.
Yeah,
do
I
that.
don't- I can't do
Nah,
it.
I can't. As soon as even if
Yeah.
this person has put their heart and soul into it, I'm like, no, but you still believe what you said, right? That still is your opinion, whatever the fuck it is. You still believe that regardless of how much effort you put into your work. And it always bleeds in for
There's
me.
like
Yeah,
opposite
it
ends
does.
of the spectrum, right? Like,
Yeah.
because we started this off saying, bro, we relate to your story,
Mhm.
which is why we liked your music personally.
Exactly.
So can we really separate the art from the artist? I don't think so.
Yeah, and also there's a difference between things you say and things you do as well.
Mhm.
And I feel like sometimes things that are said and then maybe taken back are little easier to
For sure.
forgive than things which are done, which
Hmm.
there needs to be physical, tangible consequence for. Like everything needs to have a consequence.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's complicated. Like we don't know.
It
We don't
is.
know how we feel about it
Yeah.
truly.
It can't be black and white. It has
Yeah.
to be a little gray.
Grey area.
Hmm.
Yeah, some
Exactly.
people think it's like a risky.
Mhm.
You know, it's not offensive. It's risky. Maybe I'll see if I'm like ahead of my time.
Yeah.
But then it's out there, and
Yeah.
if it's on the internet, it's on there forever.
Yep.
So yeah, do you think like there's been a point in your career where you've taken a risk and you're like, shit, man, this is like make or break. I don't know what to do.
Damn. Actually, no.
No?
Like I said, I actually feel like I'm quite soft in my view.
Mhm.
I try to make things quite easily understandable, and it's only slightly on the edge so that you're still
Mhm.
with me and I don't lose you, which kind of like defeats the point entirely.
Yeah.
So I don't really think I've taken such an insane risk, and especially visually, I'm like very new to that whole space. But maybe in the future I will.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I don't know. I just see her as someone who would like do something insanely visually crazy.
I
Just,
think
like,
yeah. Once you
blow
start
you
performing,
off.
like with like the kind of production that we see
yeah.
with a lot of huge artists, once you reach that point,
Mhm.
I want to see that.
Yeah. And there's a lot of things I still hold back because there are things that I haven't said yet, and I'm working on how to say them. So
Okay.
there might be some stuff in there, like because there's a lot of like very negative experiences which I haven't talked about yet, or like just like actually truly radical opinions that I have, which I'm not bold enough to say yet. I haven't figured out how to. So I'm
Like in
it's
song, but
it'll
like you
happen
have
in
that
song.
opinion.
Yeah.
Do you want to share one?
I mean, this is something I very lightly touched upon in like a song I have, but I was raised like a very orthodox in a very orthodox Brahmin family, and I really for me that's like something I'm not proud of, something I don't like to say. I also studied in a Brahmin elitist school. I just don't like any of those institutions, and it didn't benefit me at all, and I don't think it benefited any women I know, which kind of like is the reason for a lot of the anger that I have, that I do express in my music. So I might, but I hold back from going straight out into like, oh, like fuck this and like fuck all of you,
Yeah.
because I haven't figured out how to do it yet, because it
Yeah.
can't be that simple, right? There has to be
Of course.
something deeper, something a bit more reasoning for people to chew on. So that's kind of what I'm like.
And they need a journey to follow, I feel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now these are her opinions, and then maybe something else. Like maybe when I'm more keen on listening to her music,
Mhm.
I'll be able to listen to this perspective and not have a very knee-jerk reaction of like,
Yeah.
damn, like she sucks. Like let's cancel her.
Oh,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Where the hell
Yeah.
did this come from?
Yeah.
And I feel it's
Yeah.
also I'm assuming it must be difficult for you as an artist to maneuver through that and
Yeah.
Yeah.
have an opinion, have a very strong opinion, but also make it a point to not make it sound that way.
Yeah.
Am I making sense?
Yeah, very true. And for me, it's like I'm not trying to rage bait people into, knowing who I am.
Yeah.
So, and also it does come from the fact that I'm new to being this free, honestly. Like I had to fight for it really hard, and I also like hold on to it really hard. Like I don't want to lose it, and I don't want to deal with things that I don't want to deal with right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like that's the thing. Like, see, the thing I deal with so many things that I never thought I would be brave enough to like 5 years ago. So then like once I grow up a little bit more, I'll be like, okay, like fucking bring this on.
So, since your work and your art is so women-centric and it's really very empowering, did you have any amazing women influence growing up in your life, which is like took you to this road, in your future, like right now?
Yeah, I think a lot of it. I mean, it's like actually not every song I make is very like feminism, but a lot of them are, and that's because a lot of my stories are like, it's just me feeling angry about, you know, my mom's stories and like stuff that, you know, she had to go through. And I feel like this is a common thread with all rappers, because, you know, that's somebody who's literally, you know, dedicated a lot of her life to yours. So it's something that everybody feels really strongly about. And yeah, so a lot of my, the reason I am like who I am is because of my mom. Like, you know, it was a lot of like, okay, don't make these mistakes, because like they messed up my life so much, and that had like such a huge impact on me. Like the first thing that my mom taught me, that, you know, I literally hold it as like my life's mantra, is like, she's like, never ever, you know, depend on a man for money. That's like a big thing that women pass down to their daughters, because they really got cooked. Like,
They got
honestly,
cooked.
yeah.
Fully.
I'm not allowed, like, it's never said like in my household like explicitly, but I know that I'm not allowed to marry before I have a job.
Oh yeah, for sure,
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
for
I'm
sure.
not allowed to marry.
That's
For sure.
good.
Yeah.
sure.
Do you have siblings?
I do. I have a younger brother. Yeah.
Younger brother.
same,
Hey,
same
You guys have
dynamic.
the same dynamic. She's the older sister too, and she has
Yeah.
a younger brother.
And we have a pretty big age gap. He's like 6 years younger than me. And I fully abandoned him when I turned 18. I was like, I'm so sorry. You have to deal with all the shit going on in our house. It was not good. But I needed to get out. And I think, yeah, when me and my brother are close now, and when we hang out, we really understand, you know, each other a lot more. And it's like we really know that, okay, we really did the best with what we had. And
Yeah.
that's really important.
I think that's very similar to
That's
Sushi.
very
Yeah.
similar to my brother's relationship. Luckily, my parents have also been very supportive of us. Touch wood. So my brother and I, we didn't have really a nice bond growing up. We would always fight, always make jokes about each other, and it was just like always snitching on each other. But recently, I think the last couple of 4 or 5 years, or maybe
After you
6
came back, no?
after before that
Before you went
that
for
before
her
I went.
master's, she went overseas last
Before-
year.
Last year.
Yeah.
Before that, I think from the last 4 or 5 years, we've been very tight. And
He's like a brother to us also. Like,
Yeah.
to
Oh,
the
yeah,
group.
absolutely.
like he's my best friend.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh my
He's
god, like
genuinely my
this
best
is
friend.
something me and my, you guys remind me of me and my best friends a lot. I mean, always
Whoa.
like when there's a girl
Yes.
gang.
I am glad.
Yeah, it's like my younger brother. So me and my best friends, I really hope my parents don't see this, but you know, we used to get high on my terrace, and like my younger brother kind of like became everyone's younger brother. And he used to be doing some random shit downstairs. Like in a sense, it's like a 2-level terrace. So he used to be doing some random shit, and we'll all be like, why is he here? Like, we're trying to get high. And now it's like, you know, me and my brother hang out, we drink sometimes, and my friends always, they just like every 5 minutes they're like, I can't believe that he is old enough for us to all do this together. This is like very weird
Yep,
for me.
yep,
Yeah,
yep,
very
yep.
strange.
Like right now we talk to Adi about like, oh, he's like, oh, huh, and then my ex was on that trip, and I'm like, who let you
yeah.
have an
Sit down.
ex?
Sit down and tell us the whole lore.
Yeah.
And he's spilling also.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and he'll take advice. He'll ask for
That's so
stuff.
sweet.
Full
We all go for a drive or
Yeah.
something. He'll initiate the drives. He'll ask me like, "Are your friends free? Can we go on a drive?" And then it's like, "Why? They're my friends. I need to hang out with them." And then sometimes like, "Arey, I'm getting bored. I need to hang out with them also. Like, I kind of miss them."
Yeah.
This is what he'll say to me.
Yeah, it's like, and the thing you said about like him trying to like be included.
Yeah, like he'll
when you were
randomly
getting
roam around.
roam around,
Yeah.
and also like sometimes we even used to exploit him when we had like
Yeah, we used to get high and make my brother make us Maggie, and it was the best shit. Oh my
Yeah.
god, his Maggie is amazing. It's legendary. It's so good.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
Adi
he would-
cannot do
he would
shit.
bring us water. He
Yeah.
would, but he does that. He brings
does
us
that, yeah.
water.
Water.
He brings us
Sweet.
snacks. All of that.
Yeah, but Adi also makes really amazing Maggie.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
never had.
Younger brothers, I think
Yeah.
they make great Maggie.
That's true.
Yeah, that's fair because I make the better Maggie out of me and my sister, and I have an older sister.
nice.
Bro, I think it's the younger
It's-
one.
it's
the-
I have a theory.
You and I are so like
Yeah.
locked in. Like
Yeah.
all of my friends, they all have older sisters, so they
do we.
brought in all the cool shit. Like for me, I had
Mm.
no like older like girls, so
Yeah.
like everything came
You had
through
to do
them.
it
So to
yourself.
me, it's like they are like, you know, everything to me.
Okay, when I say this, I think you will relate to me. For us, it was always like, oh, we have so much responsibilities on our shoulders. We can't even possibly be thinking about being careless or like being carefree.
Yeah.
And when like our girls, they bring a different aspect to the friendship, that's when we can like chill around a little bit, and then we can be like, oh, I can be chill.
You can unwind. You're
I
allowed to
can.
relax.
Yes.
Yeah. I can make a
Because
mistake. and
all
just
I
fuck
do
up.
is relax.
I'm a bit of a weird person though. Like, I'm very anxious about certain things, and I'm also very chaotic. Like, you would think that being anxious would help me be very responsible, but I showed up here with like 4% charge on my phone, so I am a little weird.
Bro, why are we?
Why are we
Yeah.
the same?
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
You
like
guys-
chaotic good. That's what I
Mhm.
categorize myself
Yeah.
as.
Why are we the same fucking people?
Yeah.
This is insane.
I love that. I think you guys need to like bond after
For
we.
sure, we should all hang out.
We
Definitely.
should.
For sure,
Get
we
some
should.
food.
Mhm.
I'm so excited. I feel like I want to wrap the episode up almost. But before we wrap up, we always have this segment. Oh no, actually, before the segment, we have a request from you.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so we've been trying this out where every time we have a musical guest, we musical guest, yeah.
I
They're
like that.
not
Very
musical
professional,
chairs.
guys.
musical chairs. Ritika, go back home. Oh my god. Anyway, when we have like a musical guest, what? Why are you cutting it?
The musical chair bit.
Musical chair, amazing. I like it. It's so
Yeah.
funny. But we've been trying to get a jingle. We're trying to make a jingle for
for
the
Beshara.
pod, and
Yeah.
we just haven't been successful. You know, we haven't
Yeah.
found a voice that we like.
Yeah.
So, do you want to give it a shot? Maybe.
Damn.
Do you need time to think about it?
What does Besharam mean? I'm so sorry.
Besharam is shameless.
Shameless.
But it's that's
Oh.
Besharam, but then we've spelled it BAE. So
Yeah.
Because Bay
Mhm.
and we're also Besharam.
Besharam.
Okay.
So it's
Alright.
shameless.
Okay, cool. Maybe we can just say, babe, that's Besharam. Does that make sense though? I'm so sorry. I don't know Hindi.
yeah,
so
yeah,
That's
yeah.
Besharam.
No,
Yeah.
like as a sentence?
Yes.
We are like Besharam is not a verb, it's an adjective.
Yeah, so that would work.
Yeah, of course it would.
Okay, cool.
That's Besharam.
That's Besharam. It's like that.
That's shameless.
That's
Okay.
shameless wala
Okay,
Besharam.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
What's
So
the
we-
other kind of Besharam?
That's the only one.
That's just
Okay.
one. Shameless.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. And then the best one's here.
Nice.
Okay. So we have to say, babe, that's Besharam.
Yeah. So how do you want to sing it?
Babe.
Maybe like a very simple, only one.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
So we can just do, babe, that's Besharam. That's babe. Because I don't know. I'm getting
We all want to go together. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
3,
2, 1.
Babe, that's Besharam.
I love that. I
Ah.
actually like that it's kind of like off tune. So it's kind of like one of those, when people do a voiceover, like over like something and they're like, nah, 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 nah. I love it. I love
Yeah.
it.
Wow. Okay.
Crazy.
So we can doctor this up and then like make
Yeah.
something out of this.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I
Amazing.
I imagine this as just like something that comes over like right over your logo.
Well,
Like,
once
that's
it crashes,
Yeah.
and then babe, that's Besharam. Oh,
Yeah.
I see it. I see the
vision. I
see
know it.
Yeah.
I
hear it. I see the
love
vision.
that. So I think, my God, she's really done it.
Yeah.
She's really done it. Hold on,
so
she
sweet,
did
guys.
something.
Thank
Of
you.
course, she did it.
No,
Of
wait,
course she
listen, we love Bharg. First of all,
Yeah.
first of all, he
Listen,
was
I am all
awesome.
for women, man.
Yes,
We love Bharat was amazing on the show.
Bharg was also a girl's girl.
He really was.
But he's an
He
awesome
was.
dude.
He's awesome.
And also, I want to know what he was plugging actually. Does he have like, is it like an album or something?
Bharg?
I don't
Yeah.
think he
No, he
plugged
just-
anything. He
Oh.
said that he has a few.
Oh, okay,
Stuff
cute.
coming
I
up.
thought he has like he keeps posting about something called Pyar, and I just don't know what that is. But anyway,
I don't think he mentioned
I'll just stay
anything
tuned.
like that.
It's
Yeah.
Nice.
But I think one last segment if you
Yeah,
have
we
the time.
have one segment.
You want to take it?
So it's something that along the lines of the most useless thing in your purse right now. Either we can do that, or we can do your last Google search.
Let's do the purse thing for sure. Because
Yeah,
you
yeah,
don't
let's do
understand
it.
how much useless shit I have in my purse.
I love
Yeah.
that. I love it.
Okay. We love the color. First,
I
of
love
all.
the bag.
Sanjana would eat this up.
She was.
This
Yeah,
is Sanjana's
this is
color.
Sanjana.
It's a very big. It can actually hold a lot of shit.
I
which is
love that.
Very useful.
The most useless thing in your bag, you think? Because I
let
love
me
how
look
like
at
women
it.
just dump things right in their bags,
Yeah.
and that's,
It's just there forever.
it's so beautiful to me.
It ages with the
Eye
bag.
drops.
Eye drops. Okay.
Mhm.
Since
I
you
don't
wear
get-
contacts.
I don't get high anymore, so
No,
I
since
don't
you wear
really
contacts.
need it. Okay, that's true. Since I wear contacts,
Yeah.
I actually try not to wear contacts much at all. Entire stack of bindis because
Hey.
you never know. You never know when mine's gonna fall off.
I love like there's a variation in sizes.
Yes.
It's like
And you can do a pattern also if you really want.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, there's jewelry.
Just
So
jewelry
much
that I
jewelry.
almost never wear.
Mhm.
Just there.
But there has to be at least one piece of jewelry in a
Yeah,
woman's bag, I
that
feel.
is true. Yeah. Actually, I have so many. Oh my god. Just one earring. I don't know.
And you will never find another one.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
the
pretty
other
sure I
one.
have lost it. That's so annoying. This bag goes really deep. Okay, I think that's it.
I love that.
Sweet.
The bindis, yeah, that makes sense. I think that's so like such a cool way to like wrap up who you are. And I
Yeah.
think even like your person,
Oh, that's my latest single, by the way. Who You Are.
who you are.
Ooh.
Thank you for talking about it.
I knew that.
Yeah. A total
Amazing.
reference. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, so before we go, we have this thing where we ask our audience to comment an emoji if they stayed up until this point, and the guest always picks it. So, what emoji do you think it should be today?
Okay. Let's do the juice box.
Uh-huh.
I like that one.
Yes,
It's
yes,
very
yes.
cute.
Yay. The orange juice box.
Yeah, pussy
Yes.
juice box.
Oh, for pussy juice. So maybe like a flower
Sure.
and a juice box. So
Sure.
they know what we're talking about, and only we know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Love
flowers and juice boxes, a bunch of them in the comments. And before we go, Ranj, you have been so amazing. We
so
loved
Love
having
guys.
you.
Yeah.
Why don't you plug yourself the one last time before we go?
Yeah. I am Ranj. I am a rapper and artist from Chennai, South India, who you may not know and may not have heard. So I'm dropping a huge project, like a huge mixtape with 27 songs. It's called 27 Club and it's coming out on the 27th of February. Please go listen to it just to see, what the fuck I'm doing. And I would really appreciate that. And that's it.
Yes.
Love
Lovely.
it. And
Great.
while you're on YouTube, subscribe.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. This episode is no, actually other frame, no? Other frame will be better.
Shit,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't,
yeah.
I didn't look there though. Should I do it again? That's okay.
That's
fine.
okay.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
So, this episode is gonna be out on 26th of February. So make sure you go tomorrow and listen to all of our songs.
Yeah, you should have
Just-
a calendar invite.
Yeah. Just go and eat up 27 in 27 minutes.
27 minutes? No,
Actually,
no,
no,
you have
no,
to-
it'll
52
take
minutes
longer.
long
yeah,
project,
yeah.
but it's okay. Listen to it in parts. It's fine.
But listen to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it a point.
Listen to it. Or I'll beat you up.
Yeah.
Actually.
I love that. Yeah.
Anyway, so while you're on YouTube, you can subscribe to the channel at We Are Pesharam, comment flowers and juice boxes, and send this video to somebody who really loves music, or maybe somebody who you want to explore music with, or anybody. Like send it to your family group for like all I care.
For a gag.
Yeah.
For a gag, actually. Yeah, you should do that. And yeah. Like the video.
If you're watching us on Instagram, make sure you follow us. Make sure you leave nice comments. Make sure you share our videos to your friends who you want to watch the entire episode with.
Mm-hmm.
And if you listen to us on Spotify, don't forget to give us a good rating. It's just 5 stars.
5 stars. And
5
until
stars, yeah.
next time,
Stay
Pesharam.
Bye.
Bye.